everyone, it's Tuesday. Welcome back to my channel, and for those of you that are new here or just recently found my channel, I am Gwen. I'm an older, mature woman with transgender experience making all kinds of content. Everyone here is welcome. I have to start off, I have to kind of apologize for the lower part of my face here. I just got done with electrolysis and actually heading home. And I normally can't have any lipstick or makeup in this area. It's kind of red right now because the electrolysis. So yeah, that's the way I look. But anyways, how has everybody been? Hope you had a wonderful week. Your week has been going well. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. It's a little chilly here today. We actually got snow. First snow of the season. The city probably got maybe an inch. Yeah, looks to be about an inch. We got at home, we got maybe a half an inch. It's supposed to warm up next couple of days. I think Sunday it's actually supposed to be 57. And then it's going to have a little bit of a cold spell again. Let's see. Right now it's just 36 degrees Fahrenheit, so about 1 degree C, 2 degrees C. And it was quite chilly last night. It was in the low 20s. Actually, right now I'm going through some snow flurries. But anyways, it's been kind of a busy week. Not really so much for myself. Yes and no. When I get home, I'm going to show you. I got the tile in front of the fireplace all replaced. It's all grouted. It's I'm not gonna say all done, close to done. The only thing I have left to do is I need to seal the grout, which it's going to take no time. I might spend maybe an hour on it sealing the grout, and I'll do 2 coats, so that'll be done. That'll be completely done with the tile and backboards down, the tiles down. Excuse me. It's all grouted. So that was a big accomplishment. That's all done. So here's what my fireplace turned out, or at least the tiles turned out. You can see the bottle of sealant that's in the background I have to do, and I have to put some trim up still, or baseboard molding, but that's how that turned out. And yes, it doesn't match the original tile. It's a little bit more red, and it's not as, I guess, shiny, but I think overall it actually, it turned out, photobomb from Mia, it turned out really, really good. It kind of sets off the wood stove a little bit. The noise in the background you hear is the fireplace fans. So, back to my video. Dear, excuse me. That's really about the big project I had for the week. Yeah. Other than that, it's been work, house cleaning, laundry, cooking, grocery shopping, the usual. And like I said, it's been kind of busy. Was it Wednesday? Last Wednesday? And yesterday, tomorrow, and Thursday, I'm going to be driving my mother-in-law around to doctor appointments. Last Wednesday, she had to go see her primary care, who cleared her to start driving now, whenever she feels ready. She needs a car, but at least it's a step in the right direction. It was, I feel, amusing. Last Wednesday, we get to the doctor's office, and she says to me, she goes, well, you won't be able to come into the room with me. It was the vibe that she was giving off was she was embarrassed to be seen with me, which I know she is. So, kind of played dumb. She said, well, you can sit in the car or in the waiting room. I says, I'm not sitting in the car. And she was in there for 2 hours. So I said, I'll sit in the waiting room. And she goes, okay, but you can't come in the room with me. And I'm like, I know that. I says, that violates doctor-patient confidentiality. She kind of sat there, and all of a sudden, her face brightens up. She goes, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I kind of figured out what was going on, which is fine. I don't care. It just kind of like, I like to go out of my way just to make her feel uncomfortable about my authentic self, because she's so unaccepted. So we got out of there, and we're in the car, and she says, well, can we stop at McDonald's? It was right next door. And she says, because when my son had taken her 2 weeks prior, they'd stopped at McDonald's, and she says, well, I got a vanilla milkshake, and she goes, oh, it tasted so good, and it lasted me through most of the afternoon into the evening. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, sure. I says, well, the reason why it tasted so good, I says, is because of the milk and the sugar. And she sat here for probably 10, 15 seconds. She says, I changed my mind. Don't bother. Just take me home. Okay. Yeah. She was mad because I called her out indirectly of the amount of sugar that she consumes, which she should not be doing. She's not making herself any better. I found out later on from my son that when she got the milkshake, she had a whole, probably that much, whipped cream put on the top of it. And he said she was spooning that whipped cream into her mouth as fast as she could do it. And I'm like, she's craving the sugar. She's not eating properly. She complains about her legs being swollen. The doctor says you need to cut back on salt. So she tells my daughter to buy her frozen prepared dinners, which are full of salt. She's not listening. We think if she doesn't change her ways, she may wind up losing her legs. But whatever. Yesterday, took her for a bone density scan. Tomorrow, she has to go to local hospital, pulmonology, because she's been on a nebulizer with albuterol to help her breathing. So I think there's a follow-up with that. And then Thursday, it's an echocardiogram. Luckily, yesterday, tomorrow, and Thursday, they're all local appointments. I don't have to drive to the city. It's only down in a local village, 10 miles, so it's not a big deal. It's just, I'm not gonna say a chunk out of my day. It's got an hour or so out of my, maybe a couple hours out of my day. It's not a big deal. She needs to have it done, so I'm the only one that's available to do it, so it is what it is. Let's see. So between that and working on the fireplace tile, that's pretty much consumed most of my time. Thursday, my daughter's boyfriend flies in from Texas. He'll be with us through Monday afternoon. He has vacation. He works for a movie theater chain. I don't know if it's Lowe's, AMC. I'm not really sure who, but it's a national chain in the U.S. One of the national chains in the U.S. He works for them, and he's got unused vacation time. He can't take off around Christmas, which would be really great because he could spend Christmas with us. He can't take off around Christmas time because it's usually when they're busy. So this weekend, this Saturday, there is a local comic convention. It's about an hour and 20-minute drive away. And my daughter and her boyfriend and my son are going to go to that with a couple of their friends. So they're going to be at that all day Saturday. So he's actually flying up, one, to burn the vacation, see my daughter, and then they're going to go to this comic convention together. And they'll have a good time. So it'll be nice to see him for 4 days. So that'll pretty much not really take care of my weekend. I mean, they're going to be gone during the day Saturday. I have my volunteer work to do at the town hall on Saturday. So my Saturday's going to be pretty busy. Sunday's going to be kind of low-key. No idea what I'm going to do yet. Since it's supposed to be nice, maybe I can get outside and work. I have trees to cut down. He'd come out and help me. But we'll see. Golly, I'm trying to think of what else has been going on. Nothing really. I guess I just work and taking care of the house and the kids and the dogs and what have you. So was it 2 weeks? 2 weeks. It'll be Thanksgiving Day in the U.S. Just made the appointment this morning, the second week in December. I will be flying to Michigan to see my HRT doctor. I don't have to go there. I want to go there. I enjoy seeing her, and the office manager, we've talked a lot on the phone. I never met her, but she's going to, hopefully, I'm going to ping her and see if she'll be there. And there is a Facebook friend of mine that she lives about an hour away. So I'm going to message her and tell her, hey, I'm coming and we could get together, which would be really awesome. So it'd be something to look forward to. Don't know what we're going to do for Thanksgiving yet. Maybe a little low-key. Don't really know. I know my mother-in-law is kind of kitchen to come over. But sadly, my kids don't want her. They don't want to listen to her woes and everything else. Actually, my daughter mentioned it yesterday. She says, well, she goes, I've come to the realization, she says, that people that meet grandma, she goes, after 20 minutes, figure her out, and they don't want to be around her. And sadly, I had to agree with my daughter. My mother-in-law is a toxic person. But unfortunately, we have to deal with her, and it is what it is. So, let's see. What else to talk about? I guess I'm done. So, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you have an even better weekend. As always, like, share, subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, topics you'd like me to talk about, please, by all means, in the comment section below. I know I have been lax about my replying to comments. I am going to be working on that the next couple of days, getting better about that, even replying to back comments. But I intend to do that because you are all part of my extended family, and I feel all of you feel you're all part of my family, and this is one way of keeping in contact with all of you. So again, hope you have a wonderful and fantastic rest of your week. And I'm going to put a little video at the end showing you how the fireplace turned out. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you all right here, maybe not in the car, next Tuesday. Bye, everyone.